Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. No Potkind Vectra, I'm not putting your video on. So we are live tonight, back for some more Just for Fun Driving Club action. Little change this week, so we've dropped to 2 laps and we should be squeezing in 6 races for you guys with the 2-lap format. Hopefully bop with fuel consumption and tyre wear. Occasional weather is going to crop up as well, so it might rain at some point. That's always a good fun. So yes, no qualifying in this one. It is just set from driver order, as in their sort of their skill level for race 1, and then it's usually reverse grid for every other race. But we'll see what happens. Merch still available, people. Stickers. Hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com. Evening. I forget the camera's moved, and I need to go over here and do things and look away. So, still not sure whether I like this new camera position. It's yeah. Tahoe's in the chat saying things I don't understand. So that doesn't happen. That doesn't help. Far du nicht mit. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But we are ready to go, I think, for race 1. In fact, let me just give Tahoe a great big question mark, because where the bloody hell is he? There he is. You're just going to get many, many question marks. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Mart leading us round, followed by Potkind Vectra, Calatim, Beastie, Quanto, Mechanica, Nick Simsloff, Dracula, Jasmine Bay, R34 Skyline, Tahoe. Let's just get ourselves on track before we miss out on race 1 start. PUO's back in the house. What's that you're in? Subaru. Beastie deciding he's going to do the whole track backwards. Have you recently seen a video of that man in Derby that walks backwards? Have you? It's on YouTube. Derby backwards walking man. Mark pointing in the wrong direction. Maybe he's going for the reverse grid, reverse track action. Oh, Calatim getting it all wrong there. That's not a good view, is it? Here we go. So it is Mart leaders out for race 1 then. Yes, it is set up for 2 laps for this one. 14 drivers on grid for race 1. Again, there might be weather. Okay, lights on then. Race 1 about to kick off. Hopefully we don't get any false starts. Doesn't look like it. Everyone gets away well. Oh, Potkind gets left in the lurch. Not sure what happened to him, but Mark gets a good start. He's away already with a 1.4 second gap. That's given him plenty to work with in terms of dropping the slipstream for everybody else behind. Calatim in second. Driver's pushing it early on. Potkind manages to stick his foot on the throttle, but he gets overtaken again there by Quanto around the outside in the Ferrari. Potkind getting pushed to 4th then off the grid. Beastie Bub in 5th, deciding not to do the track backwards for the actual race. Mechanica sitting in 6th. Nick Simsloff 7th in the GTR. We've got it's a Toyota for Jasmine Bay. Being harassed at the minute by Dracula. And a Nissan Skyline. He's also being harassed by R34 Skyline, not in a Skyline. He's driving a BMW. And then Tahoe in 11th. We've got a couple of drivers been left behind a little bit. Pivo in 12th. Lumpen Samla in 13th and OBK in 14th. They're having a little race amongst themselves at the minute. Back to the front then. Mark continues to lead. He's held on to a little bit of that gap, but lost a little bit of it. 1.1 seconds. The gap standing at the minute. Catalin chasing him down. Sorry, Calatin chasing him down. Nice looking car, that Ferrari. Quanto then into that third position, also in the Ferrari. Gets a little bit loose around there. Glitching a little bit by the looks of it, Quanto. Get the misses off Netflix. That's what's doing it. Potkind then, after losing all those positions from the start of this race, holds that fourth position. Again, under a bit of pressure from Beastie. Shall I make sure I've got the live stream on so I can see your lot's comments if you're in? Shall I? Ought to do that, haven't I? Why is it asking me to be nice in the comments in my own stream? Nick's found himself with a half a second penalty he's got to lose somewhere. Jasmine Bay looking for a way past him. He won't have to lose that penalty till the dotting a straw. Oh, Pivo getting that thing sideways. Who's that off track? It's Jasmine Bay in the Toyota. I think he's doing everything he can to try and not crash into people, trying to get back on track there. A little bit of damage on his car. It loses a few positions as well. Unfortunate for Jasmine. Pivo nearly slams into the back of him coming out of that corner. We'll just have a look at this battle here then. R34 Skyline still looking to get past Dracula, who is in a Skyline. Two Skylines. So R34 Skyline is actually not driving a Skyline and chasing down two R34 Skylines. Absolutely bumper to bumper through here, pushing Dracula on towards, who's that, Nick Simloff. Everybody through there cleanly, maybe a little bit heavy on the brakes there for R34, but keeps himself in touch with Dracula coming into... Oh! Dracula sticking the brakes on a little bit early then. Oh, okay. R34 Skyline dips out then, just because of a bit of early braking. Okay. Mark then still leads, still just got over a second between himself and second place. How long that's going to last though, I don't know. So not quite picking up the toe at the minute for Calatin. Won't be long though, I don't think. Slight mistake from Mark. Potkind then back up into third position. Back past Quanto. Beastie Bub still holding fifth. Mechanica right behind him though in sixth. Nick Sim still got that penalty to lose. Still got Dracula for company. We've lost R34 Skyline from this one. Tahoe in ninth. Ooh, a little bit wide through there. Pivo can't find a gap through that particular point. He's having a look here though. He's going to have to leave the door open for Tahoe to come through. Oh, a little bit of contact. Tahoe ends up backwards. I should have been outside the car for that one. Never mind. Pivo then into 9th. Jasmine Bay 10th after getting himself back on track. Damage now repaired. OBK into 11th. Tahoe drops to 12th for that incident between himself and Pivo. Lumpen Samla, sorry, 14.2 seconds down. Maybe not used to this track, not sure. Oh, mistake by Calatin has opened that gap up front. 2 seconds now Mark's got clear. onto this Dottinger straight. No tyres, no fuel required, I don't think, for this 2-lap race. What's tyre and fuel? Time's on, I think, Dukes. Time's 1, I believe. I'll have a look. It's only 2 laps tonight's races, so short intervals in between them. Quanto back up into 3rd then. Managed to find a way back past Popkind Vectra, who's right up his tail heading back down the hill. Nowhere to go now though. Not without causing an accident. So no... Oh, Quanto lighting the rears up. So still leading then, Mark. 1.8 seconds now from Calatim. Made up a little bit of time back on the Dottinger straight, but again that's a big old gap to try and close down. Potkind's got his work cut out then. Final lap of race 1. I know it's a massive lap, but difficult place to overtake is Nordschleife. You've got to be on the ball. I mean, he's put himself in bang the right position, right up the rear end of Quanto. Whitty's in the house. Good. We'll see him in race 2. Yeah, Potkind needs to almost be pushing Quanto around these corners to be able to go for any kind of moves in this sort of mid part of the track. There's an opportunity here if he was a little bit closer. Get a run on him down towards the hairpin. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this time. Oh, he goes for a move up the inside. We saw dangerous moves last week though from Potkind. He caused all sorts of chaos there in the hairpin. He runs a little bit too fast through there, leaves the door wide open on the exit, and Quanto retakes 3rd. Let's just go and see what's happening back up front. So still 1.9 seconds between 1st and 2nd. These two hammer and tongs in at it for this last lap. Mechanica has got himself back past, oh sorry, not back past, but past Beastie into 5th. Oh, Potkind Vectra in the wall. So position swapping then. Mechanica now 4th, Beastie 5th. Dracula 6th, Jasmine Bay 7th, Peebo in 8th. Jasmine Bay's had a stormer to get back through the crowd. There's Potkind Vectra back up to speed, but damage on that BMW. 9th place for him, being harassed by Nick Simsloff. Tahoe in 11th, OBK in 12th. So position swap there. And Lumpen Samler 21 seconds behind in the Lexus. And maybe just not quite used to this circuit. Looking good for Mart at the minute then. Calatim's kept him under pressure though for the whole 2 laps so far. No more than about 2 seconds between these two. Quanto out on his own then with the departure of Potkind. So he's got 3.5 seconds to Calatim. He's got 4.9 back to Mechanica. Still being hounded by Beastie in this final lap. There's Dracula just lurking in the background as well. Any mistakes from these two and he'll definitely look for a gap past either one of them. Again, Jasmine Bay after a mistake in lap 1. Back through to 7th position. Potkind 8th. Peebo 9th. Nick Simsloff 10th. Tahoe in 11th. Also getting tangled up early in lap 1. OBK in 12th. And Lumpen Samler losing a little bit more time, unfortunately. Carousel for Mart then. Comfortably through there. Calatim also comfortably through there. Gap opens up a couple of thousandths. Well, opens up a full 10th there. It's up to 2.1 seconds. 2.2 now. Mart's really pressing on this final lap. he keep it clean? Nobody close enough to, you know, send him off track. Quanto. Oh, Quanto. A little bit of a shortcut there. Got away with it though. Oof. Just about got away with that one as well. Amazing. He's driving that thing like he stole it though. The thing's absolutely sideways on most of these corners. There you go, sideways, off track. He's learnt how to drift the Ferrari sideways. Brilliant. Great fun for him, I can imagine. Look at this mark extending out front still. 2.4 seconds now. Calatim running out of time, running out of corners. Down the hill then, off the little jump. Oh, sorry, wrong part of the track. Down towards the mini carousel then. Still opening up time here, Mark. Through the mini carousel cleanly. Ooh, maybe a little bit wide on the way out. Kicks up a bit of dirt for us, but doesn't lose him too much time. He should still maintain that gap, or a big enough gap between himself and Calatim to avoid the slipstream on the Dottinger. 2.1 seconds as they hit that Dottinger straight. There's the gap from Calatim's point of view. 2.2 seconds. There's Quanto in the background. Starting to make up ground now, but unfortunately it's too late for Calatim. Mart's under the bridge then, down the hill. A couple of corners to go, but that looks like race one in the bag for him. Barring any mistakes. Oh no, Beastie and Dracula have had a bit of a coming together by the looks of it. Mart then round the final turn, up to the line then to take a race one win, and there is Calatim coming home in second. Quanto taking third position. Bit of a battle between him and Potkind throughout that one, until Potkind decided he didn't want to race anymore. Mechanica in fourth. Beastie ended up fifth. Jasmine Bay right behind him in sixth. Potkind taking 7th, Pivo coming home in 8th, Dracula in 9th. Yeah, interested to know what happened to Dracula. Tahoe in 10th, so he makes up another position. Oh, we had a driver leave, I think. OBK in 11th. Lumpen Samler in 12th, halfway up the Dottinger straight. Can have some glory shots for this first race, why not? Yellow flag's being waved because drivers are backwards and sideways and doing donuts on the line, probably. Oh, almost taking out that last corner there, Lumpen Samler. There he is. Oh, well, no, someone's decided they're going to move all the cones in the track. That's what they've done. Lumpen Sampler then taking 12th place. There we go, race one in the bag. So yeah, just 2 lap races tonight. Makes them a little bit quicker. We get a few more races in. I think it sort of means people hang about a little bit longer as well. So if you join the lobby after the race has just started and see that it's 3 laps, well, you know it's going to be 20 odd minutes. So, you know, are you going to sit in a lobby for 20 odd minutes? Probably not. But if it's just 15 minutes ish, you might hang about, especially if it's already kicked off. There they are, official results for race one. Mart on top spot, Calatim in second, Quanto third, Mechanica in fourth, Beastie fifth, Jasmine in sixth, Potkind 7th, Piwo in 8th. We've got Dracula 9th, Tahoe 10th, OBK 11th, Lumpen Samler in 12th, and we lost R35 Skyline, R34 Skyline even. Oh, we lost Nick Simsloff as well. Okay. 2 DNFs. Please ask not to handbrake over the line as it's making a yellow flag. I'm not asking. I'm in the race. Thanks for commentary. No problem. Are you OBK? Oma. You've got to be Oma Kea 729. That's got to be you. I believe. Okay, so there you go, race 1 in the bag. Jasmine Bay has left the room. Let's see who else we've got joining us. Bruno Mello has joined the room. Let's have a look who else. Witty, we saw him join the room halfway through the race. And is that it? Oh, someone. It's Mechanica. No, it's not. It's Beat Dingers. Beat Dangers. Beat Dingers. I don't think we ever got to the bottom of that, did we? Did we get to the bottom of that? Was it Dingers or Dangers? I like Beat Dingers, but Mechanica's left the room. Why? I thought you'd hung about, coming home in 4th place. Nice result. No? Fill the old Vaportron up. Hans Lander has joined the room. Another reasonable regular, I suppose. Battery's dying. That's no good. It goes weak at 2 bars for some reason. There it is. Stay hydrated, people. It's getting hot. Summer's coming. Make sure you get those not dehydratable liquids in you. I'm not liking. I'm not liking my coloured light at the minute. Ooh, how's that? A bit of blue. How's that? It's a bit easier on my eyes. Sam Wolf is in the house, another driver returning. Let's give Hans Lander a quick hello. He said hello to me, be only the right thing to do. And Sam Wolf as well. No, not that. That. Boom. Okay, next race is going to start at 25 minutes past. You got 3 minutes of me waffling. Let's have a quick look for Duco in the chat. Let's have a look. What was it? Oh, okay. Tyre wear times 2, fuel consumption times 2. He did say it was going to be random weather, but there's nothing on there at the minute. That should say prohibited along with everything else. Maybe ABS. Keep ABS on. Everything else, get rid of it. OBK's left the room. Just been in the chat. Oh, he's gone for a quick oil change. Oh, okay. He's not disappeared. Yeah, it's a bit daft. I assume, you know, obviously there's drivers backwards and sideways and parked up at the side of the track after the race, and that just, you know, just triggers the yellows. But it shouldn't really, because they've crossed the line, and you know they know drivers are going to be slowing down. Well, they should be slowing down when they've crossed the line, but you know, it's not real, is it? So there's no real damage if you keep your foot planted as you storm across the line and plough into someone's car. But it cuts your throttle off anyway, doesn't it? It does. Sure it does. So hopefully we allow OBK to get back in the room. He's obviously not happy with the quality of his car at the minute. Wants a bit of a service on it. Get that thing running back up to full race pace. So unfortunately he's had to leave the room to go change the oil in his car. Better be quick though. So 5 new drivers at the minute. We've got Whitty, Bruno, Beat Dingers, Dangers, whichever, Sam Wolf and Hans Lander all joining us for race 2. Again, hopefully we just quickly see OBK rejoin the room before race 2 starts. Ooh. That's usually a bit of a sign when that thing resets. No. Ah, there he is. There he is. There you go. Oh, will he get in? Wait, Potkind, wait! Leave space for racing. There you go. OBK, I think you're going to miss out on this one. He's joined the room. Click a button. Press the green tick. OBK! Well, he's kind of in the lobby. Does he make the race? Dracula and OBK, no car. Quick, OBK. Quicker. Potkind's changed his livery over the break as well. He's in a car. He's in a car. There we go. Okay, he's going to be in for race 2. Yeah, you were flashing away in the bottom corner there for a while. I don't know why it wouldn't sort of allow you in fully, but that was a bit weird. So it's going to be new drivers at the front, reverse grid for everybody else. So we are going to see Hans Lander, Sam Wolf, Beat Dingers, Bruno Mello and Whitty leaders around. Okay, lights go on then. Race 2 about to get underway. Same setup. Decent start by everybody by the looks of it. Hans Lander gets away well, already pulls a second in the GTR. Sam Wolf in second. Beat Dingers in the hilarious livery. So in the comments then people, is it Beat Dingers or Beat Dangers? I am the... Is he a danger or is he a dinger? Does he ding door panels and wings and stuff? Or is he a danger? Does he dange things? If that's even a real word. Holding third though. Bruno Mello in fourth. What's happened? Big old gap back to Whitty in fifth. Mercedes of OBK in sixth. Tahoe Piwo. Kids from around the outside. OBK. Oh, Tahoe. Getting it all wrong through there. Puts it on the grass. What's happening with OBK? He's running slow. So Whitty then in fifth. Piwo sixth. Potkind in seventh. Still quite chaotic in this midfield pack at the minute. Oh, more drivers off track. Everybody just about through the hairpin cleanly. Who's that backwards? Sure, somebody picked up. Look at them streaming through there. Sure, saw somebody spinning around. Maybe not. Okay, let's run through the order. Hopefully they've gotten themselves into some kind of order at the moment. Hans Lander still leads, but he's back under pressure. Sam Wolf gets that second gap down to less than 2/10 at the minute. Piling the pressure on him. Was that a little mistake? Not quite. Wheels on the grass through there. Bruno Mello in third. Just over a second behind the top two. Beat Dingers as well, keeping himself right in touch there. Beat Dangers. Piwo in fifth. Oh, wide into the wall he goes. He's managed to get himself past Whitty though. Whitty in sixth. Potkind did change his livery. He's in seventh, looking for a way past Whitty. Difficult part of the circuit here to overtake. Might be able to get him down here and get a good exit. Whitty getting a good drive out though in the Porsche. Leaves the door wide open, not quite. Oh, cross onto the racing line. Almost takes the nose off of Potkind. He has to stick the brakes on, puts him under pressure from Dracula. He has unfortunately found himself with a half a second penalty, but look at the speed that Potkind's carrying on Whitty there. A little bit slow out of that right-hander for Whitty. You might see Dracula come past him here as well. So it's not quite a straight, but you can get up to full speed down here. Use that slipstream. Just keep an eye on Dracula as he looks to try and find a way past Whitty. It's now or never. Whitty making his car exactly the right size though for this track, keeping Dracula behind him, both closing up on Potkind here as well. Oh, Whitty's gone deep though. He's tried to defend coming into that corner, and unfortunately that's just made him drive far too quickly. Oh no, somebody's off track here. Bruno Mello gets it all wrong. I'm not sure if there was contact between him and anybody else. There's been a change at the front though. Sam Wolf now takes race lead. Hans Lander in second. No damage on that car, maybe just a slight mistake. Pivo into third then, Beat Dangers fourth. Potkind in fifth, but being harassed by Dracula in sixth. He's also managed to get his way past Whitty. Whitty's a little bit of off-track action. There's Whitty back on circuit in seventh. Calatin behind him. Mark right up his rear end as well. Beastie Bub in 10th, chasing the pair of them down. OBK in 11th. Bruno Mello back on track. Car repaired, whether he even picked up damage or not, but he's sitting in 12th at the minute. Lumpen Samler in 13th and Tahoe in 14th. I think we saw Tahoe off the first few corners of race one. Again, can get a little bit chaotic with the reverse grids. Obviously faster drivers looking for lines and carrying speed where the other drivers might not be. So the drivers who aren't quite so confident might be braking a little bit earlier, not quite hitting the right lines and just compromising some of the faster drivers, causing one or two incidents. We'll see how they get on though. That gap opening up. Hans Lander falls almost 2 seconds behind Sam Wolf. Down towards the mini carousel they go. Cleanly through there for Sam Wolf. Cleanly through there for Hans Lander as well. Pivo into the same section. Beat Dingers falls off the back a little bit. Potkind in. Oh, he's off. What did he do there? Got that one all wrong. Dracula's gone through though. He has got to lose this half a second penalty. Interested to see whether Potkind can close the gap, maybe go for the overtake before the end of this straight. We'll see. Penalty gets lost there then. Dracula slams it down the gear, sticks his foot back on that throttle, but here comes Potkind Vectra closing up on him. Still not quite picking up a slipstream. He is now. Whether it's enough to close that gap up before they get to the start line is a different matter. Gap almost down to the half second mark. That little half second penalty that Dracula had to lose. Luckily for him, Potkind had just made a mistake prior to this. Closes up to Dracula still though. Both in the M6 as well. Potkind's got to try it all again then. Calatin in 7th, still being chased by Mart in 8th, still being chased by Beastie in 9th. Bruno Mello back up to full race pace, getting it wrong just before the carousel unfortunately, losing a fair few positions. OBK then, got someone to hunt down now in 11th. Whitty, I think Whitty's made a mistake or he's just stayed out of the way as other drivers have come past, drops all the way down to 12th. Tahoe chasing him down in 13th and Lumpen Samler 11 seconds behind Tahoe in 14th. But look at this, Sam Wolf has decided He's thrown all the extra weight out of the car. He's pouring in lighter fluid into the, I'm going to say carburetor because, you know, I'm old school. If you youths even know what a carburetor is anymore. He's got that thing running absolutely perfectly at the moment though. Still pulling time over Hans Lander. 3.6 seconds on this final lap. Absolutely pressing it then. Hans Lander. Unfortunately, the Nissan just doesn't seem to have what it takes to chase down the BMW. Pimo another 4 seconds down. Still being harassed a little bit by Beat Dangers. Just 3 seconds back for him. There's Potkind Vectra. He's kicking off behind. Catalin gets his way past Dracula. Mark goes a little bit squirrely out of that turn. Unable to make the move on Dracula. Still, oh, Dracula, oh my god. He's all over the place. Rear end of that BMW twitching around. Let's get on board. Oh, almost crashing. Again, that slightly earlier braking from Dracula, almost catching Mark out there. He's got to be careful. Beastie Bug will look for any opportunity. Mark's found a gap, made it work, squeezed his way past. He's managed to get past. Dracula's back on track in between him and Beastie. Beastie going a little bit defensive with, Dracula going a little bit defensive with Beastie behind him. Mark gets a good exit out of there, pulls a little bit of time from Dracula behind. Beastie's having a go at Dracula himself though. Almost side by side through there. Who gets the better drive out of this one? Dracula holding 8th. Pulls a little bit of time over Beastie as well, so I don't think Beastie's going to go for the move down here. Mark chasing down Calatim then. Calatim chasing down Potkind. Mark goes off track a little bit through there. Okay, let's go and see where we are at the front end. Sam Wolf. He's making it look easy at the minute. 4.8 seconds lead. Hans Lander still pulling time over Piwo, so he's safe for that second position, barring any mistakes. Piwo in 3rd. Beat Danger's actually closing up on him a little bit. That gap to 2.1 seconds. Potkind 5th. He's under pressure though from Calatim, Mart. Who's that? Dracula still in 8th. Beastie still not found a way past him. Bruno Mello 10th. OBK in 11th. A lonely race for him at the moment. Tahoe also pretty lonely race for him. A few seconds either side in 12th. Witty, very lonely race. And Lumpen Samler having the loneliest race. Nobody even behind him. Still pressing hard then Sam Wolf. 5.5 seconds lead. He's still finding time here at this circuit. Gets himself tucked right under Calatim's rear wing. It's a good position to go for a move. How far is Calatim from Potkind? Within slipstream range here as well. It'll be all about the slipstream up the Dottinger Straight between these three. Mark already all over the back of Calatim on the exit. Looking looking to get the move done early, is he? Is he going to bump draft and then go for the move? Try and push Calatim a little bit closer towards Potkind. They are both closing up on him using that slipstream. Tiny bit of bump drafting. If Calatim moves, I can imagine Mark will peel out next to him as well to use the slipstream. He does. And they both carry the speed past Potkind. Losing 2 positions. Mark carries the speed through, tries to take the position off Calatim side by side, coming up the last few corners. Tiny bit of contact between them. And there you go. Mark doing the right thing. He noticed he'd done a little bit of a naughty on Calatim. Let him come back and take that position. Unfortunately, that allows Potkind to come back through as well. But it is Sam Wolf that takes the win for race 1. Hans Lander came home 2nd, Peebo 3rd, Beat Dangers 4th, Potkind in 5th. Even after losing those 2 positions up the Dottinger, regained them coming across the line. Calatim taking 6th, then Mart 7th. Beastie did get himself past Dracula, taking 8th, then Dracula comes home in 9th. Bruno Mello in 10th, OBK 11th, Tahoe 12th, Witty, checkered flag for Witty, boom shakalaka, 13th for him, and we just wait for Lumpen Samler. Someone in the chat tell me what Lumpen Samler means. Don't tell me that's his name. No mother calls their child Lumpner. Lumpen. There we go. Race 2 in the bag. Sam Wolf on that top spot. There he is. So official results then. Sam Wolf 1st, Hans Lander 2nd, Peebo 3rd, Beat Dangers 4th, Potkind 5th, Calatim in 6th, Mart 7th, Beastie Bub in 8th, Dracula in 9th, Bruno in 10th, OBK 11th, Tahoe 12th, Witty 13th, Lumpen Samler in 14th. Oh, Quanto DNF'd. He had a good race 1 as well. That's a shame. Yes, Bruno Mello, I saw your big crash. Okay. So, who have I just seen? Vossi has joined the room. Quanto's still here. Okay. Oh, Dracula's left the room. Okay. People do come and go from this one. It is an open lobby. It's not an official race or anything like that. As it says in the name, Just4Fun Driving Club. No official points or anything like that. So, calm down. Let's get the old boom shakalaka up, shall we? And we'll turn on the blinky blowing and we'll show you the website. News, reorientation, stuff. All sorts. Go check out their website. Plenty on there, videos, whatever. Tips and tricks, setups. Get hold of them. I think they've got yeah, Discords and all sorts of stuff going on. And then the last page is little old me tucked away there on the bottom. So cover these boys pretty much every week, unless they're not racing or I'm ill or something daft like that, or away on holiday. But yeah, go and check out that that website. There you go. There's the website on screen there. Did we lose a driver? Was it? Oh, it was just Dracula that left. Okay. Quick hello to Vossi. Boom pow. You better be liking the video, people, and subscribing if you've not. I have 1 like. There's 4 people watching and I've got 1 like. Come on now. Give me some comments. Pre or post race, entirely up to you. It's all algorithm enhancing. Thumbs up, thumbs downs, it all helps. It's interaction with the videos. That's all that matters. Not that I'm looking to be the next, you know, massive great streamer, because this is a very niche sport. Although, if YouTube wants to pay me the millions of pounds that it does to some of their big streamers, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. But got to have the right criteria. You got to have 1,000 subscribers. Nope. You got to put in 4,000 hours of I think it's 4,000 hours watch time I've got to get over the course of a year. Nope. And I believe now they've changed it, so you've got to post out X amount of shorts as well. It's crackers. And I can't be bothered with all of that. But show me the money, YouTube. I'll happily take it. Right, that's enough. You don't need to see that website anymore on screen, do you? You've seen enough of that? Yeah. Okay, boop. There you go. That one's done. So, just round the corner from... Oh no! Beat Danger's left the room. Just round the corner from... oh, Quanto's back. Race 3. Who was that? TRX McFly. There he is. Martello Backshield has also joined the room. The Canucks are here. I'm not messing about this time. Straight in. You better hurry up, Martello. Otherwise you might not make this race. Martello's left the lobby. He's not making this race. Hans Lander in the old Skyline. Wide body, many aero. Okay, Vossi's leading us out for race 3 then. OBK second, Lumpen Samler in third, Witty 4, Tahoe 5th, lights on. We go green for race 3. Good start by Vossi, good start by OBK. Carries good speed through there. Lumpen Samler in third. Witty 4th, Tahoe in 5th, Beastie 6th. So it's, is it reverse grid? Yes it is. Bruno Mello in 7th, Mart in 8th. Calatim, oh no, we've got Witty off. Oh no, is that second place off as well? Or it was second place off. It wasn't, it's somebody else. Potkind 8th, Hans Lander 9th, Sam Wolf 10th, Quanto in 11th, Witty 12th, TRX McFly in 13th, pushing Witty along there. Lumpen Samler in, oh it was Lumpen Samler that got taken out unfortunately. He's got a little bit of damage on that car, just repairs itself, but he's already off the pack. Work for him to do then. So Vossi in the Ferrari up front pulls time from OBK, 2.3 seconds ahead of second place man in the Mercedes. Tahoe third. He's got a big pile of drivers behind him. Oh, that's not a good view, is it? Train of cars coming through that little section. Again, difficult to overtake at Nords. You've got to know exactly where you're going. You've got to trust those drivers around you as well. Sam Wolf take another win. Can he carve his way through the pack in 2 laps? Get himself anywhere near the front. Conto in 10th. Hans Lander in that odd looking machine in 11th. TRX McFly gets himself past Whitty into 12th. Press in the Porsche then try and close that gap up to Hans Lander in front. There's Whitty in 13th. Lumpensamler actually making up a little bit of time on Whitty there. Gap was 5 seconds behind 13th. He's now 4.2. Vossi's making short work of this on lap 1. Look at this. 4 seconds lead from Tahoe. Again, could just be luck of the draw if he sticks around to race 2 and ends up at the back of the pack. Race 4 and ends up at the back of the pack. Oh, look at the chaos kicking off behind. Look, everyone trying to make their way past Beastie at the minute. Oh, sorry, Beastie actually finding himself past OBK and Bruno Mello. So I think it's Bruno Mello and OBK that are the bottlenecks at the minute for a big pile of drivers coming up behind. Tries to go for a move up the inside of OBK. Doesn't work. Lander spitting flames out. Quanto drops out of the carousel. That can be a race ruiner, that can. Keeps it pointing straight though on the exit of that one. Yeah, once you drop out of that bank corner, it's just a flat turn and it really doesn't allow these cars to turn around that corner. Okay, Mark then through to 5th. He's also... Oh, OBK goes massively wide through there. Oh, he's off track in the background as well. It's difficult to keep up with him. Oh, Sam Wolf gets a tag. OBK is off. Quanto's off. Oh my God, it's chaos in the middle of lap 1. Let's see who got that one right, who got that one wrong then. Thought Mart had just got his way past Bruno Mello, but possibly not. Bruno Mello still holding 4th, Mart 5th. Cheat Code's joined the room. Yes, Cheat Code. Calatin in 6th. Potkind right of his rear end in 7th. Quanto in 8th. Sam Wolf gets that BMW back under control in 9th. Hans Lander sandwiching in between him and Quanto. TRX McFly then in the Porsche, 5 seconds off Hans Lander at the minute, but still pulling time over Whitty in 12th. OBK, after having a disastrous lap 1 so far, is in 13th. Lumpensamler, no, we find Lumpensamler backwards. A little bit more damage on that car, a few more seconds lost as well, unfortunately for him. So Vossi did pull out a 5-second lead, That lead drops to 3.4 as they hit the Dottinger Straight. Just seeing Mark go for a move on Bruno Mello in the background. Is it enough? It's not. I thought he'd got that done, but he hasn't. Oh, beastie. Drifting that Porsche around this circuit. Keeping himself in third though, but only just. But it's all about Vossi for race 3 here. 4-second lead over Tahoe at the minute. He's not having a bad race actually this time. He's not getting tangled up with the other drivers. Obviously he's got the pace here. It's not anything to do with that. He was just getting banged about a little bit in the first couple of races. Beastie holding third. Oh. Bruno Mello still holding that 4th position. Mark still not found a way past him yet. Towards the hairpin. Popkind goes a little bit wide through there, manages to control it though. Sam Wolf 8th, Quanto 9th, Hans Lander 10th. Skyler maybe not working out for him in this race. TRX McFly in 11th, OBK in 12th, Whitty 13th. Lumpen Samler, sorry, keeps crashing that Ferrari unfortunately. Unlike this man. Race leader currently for race 3, putting in on an absolute masterclass in the Ferrari currently. Sam Wolf showing us how that was done in race 2 as well. Tahoe in 2nd, then Beastie still 3rd, Bruno still 4th, Mark 5th. Calatin managed to close that gap back up on him. Chasing down the BMW. Got Popkind and Sam Wolf tucked into the slipstream of this battle now as well. So just off the pace of those boys, 2.6 seconds down. He's got Hans Lander reasonably close behind him, another 2.2 seconds behind. There's TRX McFly losing a little bit of time to Hans Lander, I think, by the looks of it. I think that was 5 seconds and something before. It's 6.2 now. OBK still pressing that Mercedes round here. In 13th, another 4 seconds behind him, and Lumpen Samler nearly 30 seconds down. Beastie then breaks away in 3rd, 1.3 seconds behind Tahoe. Not that far back, to be honest. Tiny mistakes from Tahoe. Good lap from Beastie. Could allow him to close back up before the end of this lap. Mark then into 4th. He does find a way past Bruno Mello as they run themselves up towards the carousel. Bruno Mello almost side by side with Mark, but Mark's got the inside line into the carousel. Bruno Mello luckily slots himself into that banked part of the turn before it gets a little bit too loose on top. Drops to 5th though. Popkind as well finds a way past Calatin. Into 6th for him. Calatin 7th. Sam Wolf in 8th still. Hans Lander past Quanto. Oh, there's Quanto. Just getting it a bit squirrely through there as well. TRX Fly makes up a little bit of time on those two, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get back involved in the race before the end of it. OBK is having a lonely race at the minute, as is Witty, as is Lumpen Samler. Look at the gap that Mart's made up on Beastie here. He's absolutely hauled in this second lap to close that gap up. Took him a while. Beastie was pulling a gap from 4th position, which was Bruno Mello. Now Mart's managed to find a way past. He's been able to close that gap right up. Look how close he is. So within slipstream range, and they are coming up towards the Dottinger Straight, which is obviously the prime position. So we're going for an overtake. Closes up more down here. Through the mini carousel. Whoa, Beastie lights the rears up. Struggling to get that thing pointing in a straight line. Beastie backs off the power, allows Mart through. Stays out of the way as well. Can see that Bruno Mello's carrying more speed than him. Doesn't want to block the track off, so to speak. Unfortunately, that drops any kind of advantage for slipstream for Mart here, but he does find himself in 3rd position. But it's going to be this man who takes pole position, takes top spot even. He's already got pole position. Probably have a nice little Peroni after. Nice beer, that. 3.3 seconds then as he comes back up the hill. Hard on the brakes. Last few corners to go. Around the last one and just a punch to the line then. Win on the cards then for Vossi in race 3. It is going to be Tahoe that comes home to take 2nd place. Mark comes home in 3rd. Bruno Mello 4th. Beastie Bub takes 5th. Potkind comes home in 6th. Sam Wolf 7th. Hans Lander in 8th. Calatim has made a mistake. He ends up in 9th position. Quanto 10th. TRX McFly in 11th. Witty will take 12th. He will. There he is, 12th. OBK 13th. We'll just wait for Lumpen Samler. Do we get to see him take the checkered flag? I think we will. But he's not got on too well here tonight, Lumpen Samler. It could all be new to him though. Nordschleife, it's a difficult track if you don't know it for sure. There he is. It's not even Vossi, look, it's VO55I or VO55 small l. Who knows? It's V055. Okay. Right. Yeah, so let's give cheat code a quick hello. Where is he? There he is. In fact, I can't do that. Cheat code. It's got to be. Yeah, good result for Tahoe in that one. Let's just have a look at those. There he is. Vossi on top spot. Tahoe 2nd. Mark 3rd. Bruno Mello 4th. Beastie 5th. Potkind 6th. Sam Wolf 7th. Hans Lander in 8th. Calatim in 9th. Quanto 10th. TRX McFly in 11th. Witty in 12th. OBK 13th. And Lumpen Samler 14th. No DNFs. Amazeballs. Okay, a few more minutes until race 4 then. Okay, Mark's dropped out. He's done his hour's worth of thrashing around here. Did we see any new drivers? Oh, no, that's not what you're meant to be doing. Nope. No new drivers as of yet, by the looks of it. Okay. Many minutes then until race 4. Again, stay hydrated, people. I'm nearly out of hydration. It goes down far too well, that whiskey and coke. Far too well. What am I going to talk about for the next 5 minutes? Eh? Let's do a bit of that. There you go. Have some Just for Fun Driving Club thing going on. And then we can go into full... what's the film? Inception mode. On the stream, watching the stream. Yeah, we'll see that in a minute. But yeah, go check out the Just for Fun Driving Club website. There's lots and lots of stuff to look at on there. If you're listed and you want to get yourself involved, obviously look out for the Just for Fun Driving Club lobbies, or add any of us in the group, you know, in the lobby chat there. And I mean, you know when the races are, 8 o'clock every Saturday night, so come along, get yourself involved. Open lobby, like I say, so anyone can join. Just, you know, be respectful, don't be crashing people off track, that sort of stuff. We don't want idiots turning up. We're looking for clean racing. Okay, new driver, what we calling him, Max or Calugino, that's his name. I might just shorten that to Cal, we'll see. What's he in? Suzuki VGT, interesting. See how that thing gets on. So still 15 drivers in the lobby. Not sure if this is race order. It might be. Yeah, it could be. It will be, except for Calugino, who will also start from the front. So it'll be probably Calugino followed by Gran Turismo, and then working our way down. Two minutes. Get ready, people. No more oil changes for OBK. Take the take all this crap off the screen as well, shall I? So you're not looking at the wrong screen. There we go. I forgot all about that. Be nice to live there, wouldn't it? Or would it? Or would you want to be hearing that all the time? I don't know. Would it get a bit too much listening to that? As much as we all love a bit of motor racing, having somewhere like Nordshliefe, which is probably open, I would say, 7 days a week. Possibly not. Not for me anyway, I don't think. Somewhere just down the road a little bit where you couldn't hear the noise all the time would be nice. That's a hint at you Germans to buy me a house, all right? Right, just round the corner from race 4 then. So, in the chat then, do we think it's been better as 2 laps? Do we like the 3-lap format? What do we think? Be interesting to listen to the drivers as well, get their perspective. Do they prefer the 2 laps with less tyre wear, less fuel? You know, nothing really to think about as such. When they stick it at 3 laps and put a bit of fuel and tyre wear, obviously it does mean pit stops and strategies and things like that, so it does change it up a little bit. Okay, race 4 just about to start. It is Cadagino on pole. He's in the Atenza GT3. Interesting. Okay, Cadagino is going to lead us out then. Cheat Code is in second. How will they get on? Lights on then. Bam, we go green. See how that Mazda Atenza gets on. GT3 class. Don't ever really see those. I don't think I've ever seen one of those on track here at Nords. Ferraris, Porsches, BMWs, Mercedes, yes. Less so the little Mazda. We'll see how it gets on though. Cheat Code chasing him down, both first and second, then pulled a little bit of a gap from Lumpensamler. 2 seconds. Again, not the fastest driver, and reverse grid for everybody else apart from those top 2. Oof, Whitty sticking a wheel on the grass there, almost getting it wrong. Oh, Lumpensamler off track. Oh, he's trying to steer it into the wall to keep himself from spinning out. Quanto's had to run a little bit slow. TRX McFly side by side as they run up the hills. Could be absolute chaos coming through here. It's not. TRX McFly backs off. Still chaos in that mid-pack though. This as OBK looks to get past TRX McFly. Can't do it. We've got Catalin and Hans Lander side by side as they run through the right-hander down towards the hairpin. Come on camera, keep up. In fact, let's get ourselves on with Hotkind. Whoa. Smoke being kicked up. No, there's Quanto backwards. Calatin almost. Oh, Whitty's off track. No, Whitty's cleaned up. OBK. Potkind's running slow through there as well. That's allowed Bruno Mello through. Look at this, cars all over the place. OBK, Beastie Bug, Tahoe, all looking for a way past as well. OBK, oh no, OBK finds himself with a 2-second penalty, which I obviously assume has deemed him as taking a shortcut, but it wasn't his fault. He got nudged off, I believe, by a Whitty coming around there. I could be wrong. Let's run ourselves through the order then. Now it's all settled down a bit. Calagino still leading in that Mazda. Gran Turismo, or Cheat Code as he's lovingly referred to, in second. He gets a good exit out of there. Calagino gets a little bit of a poor exit. Nowhere to go for Cheat Code at that point though. He's got to wait a corner or two. Applying the pressure on the leader though. TRX McFly in third. Oh, Hans Lander. Oh, Hans Lander still trying to pick that thing up. Loses a bit of time to TRX McFly. Puts himself under pressure from Sam Wolf, another fast driver here in these lobbies. Whitty in 6th, being harassed by Bruno Mello. Finds a little bit of a gap up the inside. Tahoe in 8th, Beastie in 9th, OBK 10th with that, yeah, not a very fair 2-second penalty, I will say. Quanto back up to speed, into 11th though, he's got a bit of work to do. Big pile of cars try and get past as well. Potkind down to 12th, Lumpensamler in 13th, and Calatim in 14th. That's not like a Calatim, fast driver as well. Must have been tangled up with somebody somewhere. Just off camera, I assume, while we were looking at someone else spinning around or crashing into each other, maybe. Five laps, one box. Oof. Interesting, OBK. So the little Mazda doing okay at the minute. Still being harassed a little bit by cheat code in the GTR, as to be expected. He's a pretty rapid driver himself. Oh no! Calaginho gets it wrong through there. That does put cheat code into. He used that cheat code right there and then, just tapped into his keyboard. And that was it. He made Calaginho crash. He's put himself under all sorts of pressure here. Look at the amount of cars now behind him. TRX McFly. We've got Hans Lander, Sam Wolf. A little bit of a gap back then to Bruno Mello in 6th. Quanto up to 7th already. Carving his way through this field. Tahoe 8th. Whitty 9th. OBK with his unfair 2-second penalty in 10th. Beastie in 11th. There is Potkind in 12th. Lumpensamler 13th. It's got Calatim for company in 14th. Probably going to see a very short battle between these two. Calatim, very fast driver. Lumpensamler, no offence, mate, not as fast, obviously. Doesn't quite know the track. Maybe new to racing. Not quite sure. There's something going on. Maybe a pad user, maybe, again, just not used to this circuit, not used to the GT3s, who knows? Cheat code then, through the mini carousel, up the hill towards Swallowtail. Oh, Calaginho gets it a little bit wrong through there. Look at this, Sam Wolf has already found himself through to 3rd position. And he's hot on the heels of Calaginho as they hit the Dottinger straight. At the difference in speed between those two cars. Calaginho just picking up the slipstream now. He's got Hans Lander tucked under his rear wing though. Hans Lander sticks himself out in the GT. Gets himself past, carries that speed through, closes up on Sam Wolf here as well. Great bit of driving there by Hans Lander in the little GT86. Oh, all over the back of 2nd place Sam Wolf. Okay, crossing the line to finish lap 1. Cheat code leads by 1.6 seconds. Sam Wolf is putting an absolute stomp on though here. Can he bring that time down? Hans Lander now tucked under his rear wing as well. Calaginho holding 4th. TRX McFly in 5th. Bruno Mello 6th. Quanto 7th. Tahoe 8th. Whitty in 9th. Potkind 10th, Beastie in 11th, Lumpensamler 12th, Calatim in 13th, and OBK down in 14th. But unfortunately, he had that 2-second penalty, which, like I say, was an absolute travesty. Really, he got nudged off track, and rather than coming back onto the track at the same point, he stayed on the grass to avoid obviously a big pile of cars that were coming past him. And it gave him a 2-second penalty because it thought he was taking a shortcut. What a rob. Absolute rob. Can cheat code maintain 1st place? That gap between himself and 2nd coming down pretty rapidly now. Sam Wolf less than a second behind him in that BMW. He's looked quick all night, Sam Wolf. Again, Hans Lander in the GT86 right up his rear end. There's just 1.5 seconds between the top three. We've still got Cadagino, TRX McFly and Bruno Mello not too far back either. What's the gap? 5 seconds, 5.2 between the top six then. Big gap back to Quanto, 5.5 seconds. He's being hounded by Tahoe for that position. Big flames out the back of the Ferrari. Tahoe's had to back off the throttle through there. They carried a tiny bit too much speed through that corner. So just run himself a little bit wide. He's had to back off the throttle. That's given Quanto a little bit of breathing room. Tahoe trying to close that gap up. Tighter lines through there. Starts bringing that gap down a little bit. Plenty of corners to try and make that time back up. See how he gets on. There is Whitty in 9th under pressure from Beastie Bud now in 10th. Popkind 11th, Calatin in 12th. There's OBK now bolted onto the back of him in 13th. Lumpen Samler still trying to get to grips with the Ferrari and this track. Look at this, Sam Wolf all over the back of Cheat Code. Opportunity here as well. This is one of the fastest parts of this circuit. Sam Wolf backs off the throttle though, just allows Cheat Code to stay in front for the time being. Oh, Cheat Code off track through there, gets himself on. Oh. Okay, so that opens the door. That little mistake by Cheat Code there, as much as it looked chaotic, has allowed Sam Wolf to come through, take that top spot. And it's brought Hans Lander right into the frame here. So are we going to see Sam Wolf then just start stretching that lead out like he did in race, was it race 3? No, it was race 2. So is Cheat Code going a little bit defensive, trying to defend from Hans Lander? Or is it just a really good effort by Sam Wolf? I think it's just a really good effort by Sam Wolf, to be perfectly honest with you. Hans Lander not quite in a position to go for an attack. Oh, I say that as Cheat Code drives off track. I say he's not in any position, he wasn't close enough to go for any kind of move. Now with that gap come down a little bit, he's going to be looking at all available opportunities in these last remaining corners. Down towards the mini carousel then. He's got the double left-hander over the brow of the hill to go. Mini carousel next. Drops out of that a little bit early, doesn't affect him too much, still 2.3 seconds gap between himself and Cheat Code in second. Hans Lander keeping himself in the perfect position to have a go for that second position coming up this Dottinger straight. 0.5 of a second, slipstream will kick in. The GT86 has looked pretty quick as well. Closing up on second place, carrying that speed. Look at the difference. A little bit of bump drafting. Maybe he's going to allow Cheat Code to keep that second position. Don't think he's going to be able to go for the move before they get to the corners, running back up the hill. Closing up a little bit. He did back off the throttle through there. So Sam Wolf then, last couple of corners to go. He has managed to take a second win here tonight. That's it. Checkered flag for the second time for Sam Wolf. Cheat Code is going to come home in second. Hans Lander taking third. It's him that keeps taking the cones out. Bruno Mello coming home in fourth. TRX McFly taking fifth. Quanto sixth. Calagino all the way down to seventh from leading this race. Tahoe taking eighth. Whitty, will he take ninth? Or will Beastie Bob find a way past? Oh, he's had to go for some real, not late braking, but long braking to avoid smashing into the back of Whitty there. Pushed him a little bit wide. But it is going to be Whitty that takes ninth. Beastie takes 10th. Popkind Vectra will come home for 11th. OBK 12th. Calatim taking 13th. And we wait for Lumpen Samler to take that last position. Look at the livery on this thing. Is that blood splatters or flames? Or paint? Lumpen Samler then takes that final corner, stamps it towards the line and crosses it for 14th. There we go. Race 4 in the bag. I'm getting a sore throat. That needs to stop. There we go then. Official results for race 4. Sam Wolf taking the win. Cheat Code coming home in second. Hans Lander third. Bruno 4th, McFly in 5th, Quanto 6th, Calagino in 7th, Tahoe in 8th, Whitty 9th, Beastie Bub in 10th, Popkind Vectra 11th, OBK in 12th, Calatim in 13th, and Lumpen Samler in 14th. More. Another race with no DNFs. Amazing. Okay, we've lost a Quanto, we've lost a McFly. Did we gain anyone? No, not yet. Not yet. Potentially. We'll see. So 3 more minutes until race 5. Okay, Hans Lander. Is that a different car every race for you, Hans? I think it is. This time he's in the Genesis X GR3. Anybody in the comments want to tell me who backs Genesis, who actually makes them? Are they an independent or are they a sort of subsidiary of Toyota or something daft like that? What's the Mazda? I don't know. Where has Genesis appeared from? I've never heard of them apart from this game, to be honest. Okay, we've lost a Bruno Mello as well. 3 drivers down. Calagino has opted for that Suzuki VGT. He decided against it in the previous race, ended up in the Mazda. Cheat Code's changed his car as well. He's dropped himself in the Mercedes AMG. Okay, we've lost Lumpen Samler as well. Down to 11 drivers then. Yep, no idea what that says, Tahoe. Kevin Fart Dest Offerton Sagen will mal. Pedro has joined the room. Hello, Pedro. Evening, bro. Yeah, was it Quanto that knocked you off, or was it a contact with Whitty, OBK? I thought it was Whitty, but it might have been Quanto. And yeah, the 2-second penalty was an absolute scam. You should never have picked that up. It wasn't, definitely wasn't a shortcut, but that's what the game picked it up as, unfortunately. I'm not keen on the new version of the penalty system, to be perfectly honest. I did like the old version, as long as you play fair with it. The old version, you could screw off speed prior to corners and things like that, you know, which allowed you to, if you braked earlier than you should do, it would allow tenths of seconds to fall off that penalty. Now, it did get to the point, and I know why they've changed it, it did get to the point where people were sort of, you know, losing that time on the apex, just causing other drivers to lose time. So that's why they've implemented this new system. But if you get a good bunch of drivers that know to get off the racing line and lose that penalty as and where they can, then that's better. But Gran Turismo have made it fair for everyone, but they haven't, have they? The penalty system is still way janky. Okay, just coming up in the chat there, it says that we're going back to 3-lap races next week. Unless Potkind reads the chat and sees that OBK quite fancies 1 pit stop and 5 laps. Option. It's an option. Okay, that's another driver. So we've had Pedro join the room, and now Don, or Camis 24. What are you driving, Pedro? Porsche 911. What are you driving, Camis? Nothing yet. There you go. Camis has left the room. See, German's semi-understandable, isn't it? If you're a non-German speaker. Boxen stop. What do we think that means? Boxen stop. Is that pit stop? Don't know what the rest of it means. Machen Wim Bischen Skausch Draus. I will say, German language sounds angry. Okay, race 5 coming up. So we've dropped to 2-lap races this week. Majority of the time it's 3-lap races, but we have opted for 2-lap races this week. Get a lot more races in, less to think about, no strategy. It's just you know, there's tyre and fuel consumption, but it's only set at ×2, so you can do 2 laps here and not have to worry. So new drivers start from the front again. So Pedro on P1, Whitty 2nd, Calatim in 3rd, OBK 4th, Potkind 5th, Beastie 6th, Saho 7th, Calaginho in 8th. Lights go on then. And away we go for race 5. Good start by Pedro. Can he maintain it? Whitty in 2nd. Calatim will make short work of Whitty, and we'll see how he gets on versus Pedro. Needs to pick his time though, Calatim. Difficult place to overtake, as I've mentioned before, and there goes Whitty, so that's him out of the game already. Puts Calatim into 2nd, OBK into 3rd, then Beastie 4th, Tahoe 5th, Potkind in 6th. Oh, Hans Lander drifting. Oh my god, cheat code. He pressed a 1 instead of a 0 or something. Hans Lander lighting up that Genesis, almost getting that one wrong. Calaginho having a go in that, what was that, Suzuki VGT you're in? Being overtaken though. Sam Wolf again charging through the field already, up into 8th. Quanto hard up the inside at the hairpin, gets himself past Calaginho. Vossi into 11th, Whitty 12th, Chico back on track in 13th. Disaster for him at the start of race 5. Pedro being harassed now by Calatin. That's how close they are. Pedro braking early. Calatin just looking for that opportunity. Any slight mistake or deviation from race line, and I can imagine Calatin's going to stick himself right up there. Oh. To the inside. He's got the line. Contact. Calatin just keeping himself parked exactly where he needs to be. Probably in the chat with oh, he's left. Oh no, he's not, he's there. No, he's got to get that thing pointing in the right direction. That's this race pretty much over for him. So contact between him and Pedro then, as Calatin tried to get past Pedro. Beastie Bub, next man on the cards to have a go at him. Three Porsches then, first, second and third. Pedro, Beastie and Tahoe. Let's get ourselves on with Tahoe. Let's go for that chase cam, we'll see a little bit more. Bumper to bumper for the three Porsches. Down towards the right hand. Oh no! Tahoe carrying far too much speed through there. Picks up a tiny bit of damage. Beastie trying to get his way past Pedro. Gets pushed wide. Oh, he's off track. Oh no, oh no, oh my god. He gets it back on track. Amazing bit of driving from him. Almost sticks it back up the inside of Popkind Vectra as they hit the carousel. Bunching them all back up though. So it's now Tahoe as the attack car on Pedro in the lead. Popkind finds himself in third. Hans Lander fourth. Beastie in fifth. Sam Wolf up to sixth position. OBK seventh. Vossi in eighth. Quanto in ninth. Calagino in that odd looking Suzuki in 10th. Cheat code up to 11th. Whitty in 12th. Calatin gets that Ferrari back on track, up to full speed, but a long way back at the minute. 10 seconds off the back of Whitty, 31 seconds off the back of his previous battle with Pedro. Pedro turning himself into a bit of a cork in the bottle at the minute. Drivers lining up behind him then, looking for a way past. Popkind finds a bit of speed. Sticks his way past Tahoe through there, gets the job done. Tries to... maybe a little bit wide there for him and Tahoe. Oh, early braking there from Pedro. Catches everybody out. They're both off track. And that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Some of the slower drivers just braking and turning at different points to some of the faster drivers. Catches the faster drivers out. And they end up crashing into the back of some of the slower drivers. So that does put Tahoe into the lead of the race. He's been harassed though by Hans Lander, just 0.2 of a second behind him in that Genesis. Already passed, but look at the battle here. Beastie Bug, Sam Wolf as well through to fourth. Tahoe and Beastie side by side. I think Beastie's just got this position. He has Sam Wolf though finds his way almost past Tahoe. Oh, there's contact between those two. Tahoe goes off, Sam Wolf goes off, Popkind goes off as he avoids the chaos. OBK just getting himself through. He's got a little bit of a penalty, so it's all changed then for lap 2 in race 5. It's Hans Lander now that leads the race. Beastie Bub second, Quanto into third, Vossi fourth, OBK fifth with a half a second penalty he's got to lose. Popkind Vectra in 6th, Sam Wolf 7th, Pedro in 8th, Cheat Code in 9th, Calginio in 10th, Tahoe 11th now, Whitty in 12th, Cali Tim still 13th. Interesting lights on that thing. Beastie Bub chasing him down then. Within slipstream range, Conto also finds himself with a little half a second penalty in third. Vossi fourth. OBK, the Mercedes does sound good. Yeah, beast of a car, that thing. Popkind in 6th then. Sam Wolf back up to speed in 7th. What can he do in this final lap, Sam Wolf? Cheat Code through to 8th after also getting pinned off track early on. Pedro in 9th. Calginio 10th. Here's Tahoe in 11th, closing back up on that pack in front. Whitty, unfortunately, 13 seconds down. He's got Catalin pretty much pushing him around this circuit. I'm not sure whether Catalin's looking for a way past or looking to help out Whitty and push him around this circuit. Not quite sure. Sticking with him for the time being. Okay, Hans Lander then, 1.4 seconds ahead of Beastie. Porsche versus Genesis. Can he close that gap up? Quanto in 3rd. Again, penalty to lose for him. Vossi is slowly closing up on him, and it'll be more than a half a second he loses when he does lose that half a second penalty. For some reason it always equates to about a full minute. And that gap's come right down. 0.4 of a second between Vossi and Quanto. It's going to be an easy pickings if he leaves it to the Dottinger straight. Although he's in a position where he's close enough to have a go here. Ferrari versus Ferrari. Towards the carousel they go. Almost contact between the two of them there under braking. Into the carousel. Oh no, Quanto gets launched out of it. Oh, he carries the speed on the way out. Amazing. Usually you end up in the barriers over there, and it's a difficult place to get yourself out of. Does get himself out nonetheless though, maintains that 3rd position. Again, Sam Wolf back up to 5th position. Cheat Code in 6th, Popkind 7th. OBK with half a second penalty now as well. Pedro in 9th. Calginio 10th. Under pressure from Tahoe in the Porsche in 11th. leaving doors open a little bit, Calginio. Side for the two of them there, just as they came in. Look at the speed that Tahoe's carrying out of that corner. Can't get himself around the outside through there though. Finds a gap up the inside, not quite able to carry the speed. OBK finds himself off track. That allows those two through. OBK gets himself back up to speed now. Okay, Hans Lander coming under threat. Beastie. Beastie's got himself a half a second penalty. That drops him out of any kind of fight with Hans Lander. Oh no, there's Quanto spinning round at the Swallowtail. Loses another position. Vossi gets through, Sam Wolf goes through. Now, will Beastie go for the move? Literally pushing Hans Lander along this circuit. Doesn't go for the move. He's going to allow Hans Lander to take the win here. Hans messing up the final turn. He's messed up the final turn. Loses the race win. No, he doesn't. Yes. Does he? I don't even know. Hans Lander's got a great big penalty or something because he's ended up way back. But it's Beastie that takes the win. It looked like Beastie slammed the brakes on there to try and allow Hans Lander to get that position back. Unfortunately, Vossi came through to take second. Sam Wolf taking third, Hans Lander actually finishing in fourth position after all that chaos. Gran Turismo ending up with half a decent position with fifth. Popcorn Vectra taking sixth. Quanto crashing out at the very end there. At the start of the Dottinger Straight takes seventh. Pedro coming home in eighth. Tahoe taking ninth. Calginio 10th. OBK in 11th. Whitty 12th. And there is Catalin. Whee! Jumps over the cone for Whitty, and Catalin coming in right behind him. There we go. Race 5 in the bag. Just one more to go then, people. Let's see who's messaging me. I think I know who that should be. Yep. 9-ish in the morning. I'm just looking at your chat there, Dukes, in the riding chat. I think you should have 4G'd it to 5G'd it to your phone. That's what you should have done. Who's Pedro having a go at? At least say sorry. Don't know. Hans Lander leaves the lobby then. We have got one more race left for you lot. Paranoia Awake has joined us. So another returning driver. Where's me? There it is. Pedro stuck around. Whitty, Calitim, OBK, Popkine, Tahoe, Calginio, Vossi, Quanto, Akud, new driver, cheat codes in the house, and Paranoia Awake. Last race starts at 53. Yeah, there we go. LLO has joined. He's only going to see one race on stream, unfortunately. Do you know what, Pedro? I don't know who was second at the time. Who was second on that one? Yeah, Beastie, thumbs up the stream. Thanks. Appreciate that. Just going to give the stream a quick refresh, see how many thumbs up I have got. All of 3. All of 3. What have we got then? 13 drivers for the last race. Well, 13 drivers unless any of the drivers decide to whoosh, like Pedro's just done. 12 drivers for last race unless other drivers leave. Stay hydrated, people. Right, last race coming up. What time did he say? 53? Cool, blimey. Long. Just fire it up, Potkind. Let's get it done. Oh. So as per every other race, new drivers who join the lobby start from the front. So that will be Akud, Paranoia and Wake and LLO. Plus anybody else that decides to join. Oh, we've lost BC Pub as well. But he did say, go thumbs up the stream, so listen to Beastie. He knows what he's talking about. Right, predictions for last race then. Who do we think? I'm going with Cali Tim. He's going to start from pretty much the front, bar LLO, Akud, and who else was it? Paranoia Awake, who... Oh yeah, he's still here. Oh, no he's not. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. There he is. Maybe LLO, but Cali Tim's looked pretty quick in that Ferrari tonight, and if he starts anywhere near the front and can get past those couple of drivers in front of him, he might disappear. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how Paranoia Awake gets on. We'll see how Akud gets on as well, and LLO. Obviously, those three will start from the front. A little bit of an advantage for them. And we'll see how they get on against Cali Tim. Should. You're going to be fourth on the grid. Potentially. You finish, yes, you finished behind Whitty, didn't you? So yeah, you will start fourth on the grid, I believe. Decent position. Okay. 53. German efficiency. Not all it's cracked up to be. It's 54 now. Too late, Vectra. Too late. It's 54. So it's 54 on my clocks. It says it up there, top corner. Where's my finger pointing? That way. Look in the top corner over there. Look. Late. Okay, let me in this lobby and we'll get this final race crack-a-lacking. So it is going to be LLO that leads us out, followed by Paranoia Awake, Where is... I could didn't get a good start. How come he's not at the start? He should be up there. Oh, I don't think it's reverse grid. It's just a random for this one, I believe. Apart from the 2 new drivers, should be 3. So Cali Tim not quite starting where I thought. He starts in 5th. Jakob joined the lobby 2 seconds too late. LLO leads then. Paranoid Awake in 2nd, being harassed by Vossi in 3rd. Oh yeah, I forgot Vossi's in the lobby. He's also quick in that Ferrari. I say that as cheat code. Oh. Cheat code looks to find a way past him. Didn't quite make that one work. Side by side. Oh, and there's Cali Tim looking for a way through and does squeeze his way through to 3rd. I told you he was quick in that thing. Still kicking off though behind Vossi. Potkine finds his way past cheat code into 5th. A little bit of battling between Vossi and cheat code has allowed Potkine to squeeze his way through. Cheat code down to 6th then. Tahoe 7th. OBK in 8th. Witty in 9th. Akud up to 10th as well. So starting from the back, he's already made up 3 positions. Quanto in 11th. Calginio in 12th. LLO then stretching that lead up front. 2 seconds from Paranoid Awake. He's got just over a second between himself and Cali Tim. Vossi in 4th then, back past cheat code. Tahoe in 6th. OBK in 7th. Witty in 8th. Could up to 9th. Again, Quanto bolted onto the back end of this pile as well. A little bit of a gap back to Potkine Vectra then, who's ended up in a wall somewhere. 3.7 seconds off that field. Calginio another 4.5 seconds back in the Mazda. LLO, look at this, 2.2 seconds now. Not able to stick with the pace of LLO up front at the moment. Cali Tim drags himself a little bit closer to that 2nd place as well, but he's pulling Vossi, cheat code and Tahoe along for the ride. It's back to OBK in 7th. 3 seconds back. 8th, Quanto 9th, Akud 10th, Quanto and Akud swapping places again. Potkine 11th. Calginio still 12th then, 4.4 behind Potkine. Bit of work for him to do then. Tahoe falls off the back of Gran Turismo a little bit. Able to carry the speed through one of those turns as quick as these boys. Oh, Vossi goes off track through there. Loses a little bit of time. Slows down cheat code unfortunately. Early braking for Vossi as well. Dirty tyres. Cheat code takes the tighter line, gets the power down early. And does just squeeze himself in front of Vossi as they hit the carousel. Vossi just drops himself out at the last second. Lights the rear tyres up a little bit, puts himself under a bit more pressure from Tahoe behind. Excuse me. Gets a little wobble on through there as well. Tahoe still stuck behind him. As Chico then can concentrate on chasing down Cali Tim in front, who has actually closed that gap up on Paranoia Awake here as well. It's not helping them out, unfortunately. LLO is just stretching his lead up front. What is that time? 3.4 seconds. It's on a stomp. Now, if other drivers can make their way past Paranoia Awake, will they be able to close up and maybe attack for that top spot before the end of the race? There's only 2 laps tonight, so it does make it a little bit shorter. No strategy to think of, just tyre wear set at ×2, fuel depletion set at ×2 as well, so no pit stops. Getting a little bit closer together then as they come towards the Dottinger Straight. Rossi right in the rears up on the Ferrari again. Tahoe in a good position. If he can stick with Vossi, he'll pick up a bit of a toe down here. So you will see one of the drivers at the front peel left or right, and you'll see the rest of the field peel across the track to follow him. Everybody trying to pick up any kind of toe at the minute. Tahoe not able to close up on Vossi. Loses a 10th down the straight actually. So LLO crosses the line to start lap 2 then, 3.6 seconds ahead. Paranoia Awake maintaining that second position, but Cali Tim right up his rear end now. Gran Turismo a little bit closer. It's within slipstream range. Not that that matters at this point in the circuit. There's Vossi 5th, Tahoe 6th. Akud up to 7th. He's found his way through the field himself. OBK in OBK. There you are. Cameras finally caught up in 8th. Potkind in 9th. Quanto behind him in 10th. Calgino in 11th. And Whitty in 12th. Ferrari's making it look easy tonight. As did Sam Wolf in the BMW in the was it race 2 and race 4, I believe he took the win. Nearly 4 seconds then between himself and Paranoia Awake. Again, under pressure from Cali Tim and Cheat Code here. On board with Cheat Code as he hunts down Cali Tim in the Ferrari. Almost contact between 3rd and 4th. And again there. Nissan maybe a little bit better under braking. Cali Tim just maybe opting to brake a little bit earlier. Round they go again then, looking for opportunities to get past each other. 2nd, 3rd and 4th place. LLO well out of the picture now. A little bit wide there for Paranoia. Gets himself back on track. Cali Tim not able to take advantage of it. Tricky part of the circuit. Easy to get it wrong through those couple of corners through there. Chase still on then between these three. Cali Tim right at the rear end of Paranoia Awake. Gran Turismo right at the rear end of Cali Tim. Good exit there by Cali Tim as he chases down Paranoia Awake. It's the next right-hander you need a great exit out of though. Opportunities to overtake now. Oh, not for Gran Turismo. Loses a bit of traction coming out of that turn. Does manage to maintain a little bit of slipstream. Picks it up from Cali Tim in front as he hunts down Paranoia Awake for that position. closer. So a few drivers get that corner wrong tonight. Gran Turismo dips a wheel on the grass there, has to back off the throttle. Loses a little bit of time again to Cali Tim. He keeps himself bolted right on the rear end of Paranoia Awake through the right-hander. Still nowhere to go for Cali Tim. Let's have a look through the field then. LLO up front, 5.5 seconds lead. Paranoia Awake having to go defensive into some of these turns, slowing him down. Which in turn is obviously slowing everybody else down. Cali Tim in third. Cheat Code in fourth. Vossi almost bolted onto the back end of these boys now. Tahoe in sixth. Akud seventh. Quanto in eighth. OBK. Oh no, OBK backwards. He was ninth. He was 10th. He's now 11th. With a penalty as well. What a kick in the teeth for OBK. It's Whitty out the back of the pack. Just peeled himself out of wall by the looks of it. Big dent on the front of that car. Oh, we catch race leader off track. What's that done to his time? Not a lot, to be honest. He's lost about a second to these boys. This is the final lap of the final race of the evening in terms of the stream. The lobby might well stay open, but my stream will be shutting after this one. LLO then. Up towards the mini carousel. Still holds a 4.8 second lead over Paranoia. He's still got a mirror full of Catalin and Vossi. Swallowtail for LLO. Oh, Cali Tim has found his way past, as has Vossi. Paranoia Awake, I think he's got the mini carousel a little bit wrong. Oh no, who's that? That's Akud in the background. Oh, he was having such a good race. Carved his way through the field to 7th. Almost took 6 off of Paranoia Awake. Just gets it wrong around that mini carousel. What a kick. There is the gap. LLO then 6.2 seconds now from Cali Tim. I did put my money on Cali Tim. He's not done me too bad. Ended up second. But it is going to be this man that takes the final race win here tonight. LLO joined the lobby for the last race. Started on pole. Led from the start and has taken the win as well. Clean from him. Cali Tim then taking that second place. Vossi taking third. Ferrari 1, 2, 3. Tahoe coming home in fourth. Great result for him. Gran Turismo taking fifth. He's made a mistake somewhere as well. Paranoia Awake takes sixth. Akud coming home in seventh. What a shame for him. Right on that last mini carousel, just lighting it up. Had the opportunity to take another position, just fell away from him. Quanto coming home in 8th then. Calginio. No. It's going to be Potkind that takes 9th. OBK that takes 10th. Calginio has got the last couple of corners wrong. Put it in the wall. He's going to have to settle for 11th. Maybe the Mazda, not the best choice of cars. And then we just wait for Whitty. Last couple of corners for him to go then. Has he got a cone to hit? No cones for you to hit this time, Whitty. But there he is, coming home in 12th position. And that is it. Racing done and dusted for the evening. Can I just throw in the www.just4fundrivingclub.de up on screen? There are the official results then for that final race. LLO taking the win, Catalim second, Vossi third, Taiho fourth, Cheat Code in fifth, Paranoia Awake sixth, Akud seventh, Quanto in eighth, Potkind ninth, OBK 10th, Calginio in 11th, and Witty in 12th. There we go. That's it from me tonight, people. Decent bit of racing, I've got to say, tonight. There was incidents and accidents. It happens, that's just the way it is. But yeah, overall, some decent bit of racing. That's what we want to see. But that's it from me tonight, people. No racing tomorrow night because the lads from the P1 stables are, I think they're all going to Brands Hatch, which is a million miles away from me. But they're off to Brands Hatch. I believe it's Brands Hatch they're off to tomorrow. So no racing Sunday night in terms of the Ferrari Challenge, but we are back same time, same place next week for another round of this, and then hopefully Sunday next week we will pick up with the Ferraris again. So same time next week, 8 o'clock UK time here on my channel, and then Sunday nights is 9 o'clock on my channel as well for the Ferrari Challenge. But that's what we've got coming up for you lot, people. I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, make sure you click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share it out, do all that sort of stuff, thumbs up, thumbs down, chuck some comments in. But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.